first satellite. And so for the man in the street, that was what counted, and not more detailed questions about what the technological, how the two technological bases compared.
As a result, an unprecedented missile building program began in the United States. This arms race was fueled by intelligence reports which credited the Russians with all kinds of technological wonders, including an elusive atomic-powered bomber. Again, to quote Dr. York, "Today it is quite obvious that no such nuclear aircraft ever existed in the Soviet Union, and that stories to that effect were simply one more very clear attempt to generate what may be called self-serving intelligence."
Admiral Jean LaRocque, United States Navy, was number 2 at Strategic Plans Division in the Pentagon. That means he was a senior nuclear strategist. Before that, he was Admiral commanding the Mediterranean Nuclear Task Group.
We have been 3 to 5 years ahead of the Soviet Union in the development of every strategic weapons system that has come down the pike since we developed and exploded the atomic bomb in Hiroshima and Nagasaki, the hydrogen bomb. We deployed our ICBMs first. We had the first jet aircraft to carry the bombs to the Soviet Union, the first nuclear-powered submarines, the first solid propellant missiles in our submarines. We went to MERV 10 years before the Soviets came up with their multiple independent re-entry vehicles.
When you say that the United States is 3 to 5 years ahead, that flies in the face of everything that we've heard from the White House, from Whitehall, everything our governments tell us.
Well, you just have to look at the facts, John. We have more strategic nuclear weapons than the Soviets have. We have 9,200 today. The Soviets, at the highest estimate by our government, is 7,000 strategic nuclear weapons. We have a bomber force of about 400 strategic bombers, all of them very fast, jet-propelled aircraft, the F-111s and the B-52s. The Soviets have only 140 strategic bombers, and of that, 100 are still old propeller planes. We have most of our nuclear weapons at sea, where they're secure. We have 5,000 nuclear weapons in our submarines, and we keep 3,000 nuclear weapons off the Soviet Union, day in and day out, and have done so for 20 years. The Soviets, on the other hand, have only 1,000 nuclear weapons in all of their submarines, and they keep 200 nuclear weapons off of the U.S. coast. By every criterion that you can think of, the United States is ahead today in absolute terms, and we're building in such a way that we are going to stay ahead, no matter what the Soviets do.
Professor Lawrence Friedman is head of war